So same way, one more time. Individual, if you want to qualify to act as an auditor means first condition, what is to be satisfied? Chartered accountant and having certificate of practice in India. And the weightage of this module is around, weightage is 30 marks. And sometimes they are going with 7 marks questions, 3, sometimes 4, sometimes 7 marks questions, 4 plus 2 or 3 MCQs from this area, especially cost audit section number 148, secretarial audit section number 204, and cost audit form numbers CRA 1, CRA 2, CRA 3, CRA 4. Same way, form numbers ADT 1, ADT 2, ADT 3, ADT 4. On this area also, they are focusing more in MCQs under module 7 point of view. If you want to get good marks in audit, if you thoroughly with this particular chapter, more than enough to secure 30 to 35 marks in auditing point of view. Yeah. So in case if you want to act as an auditor for firm point of view, what are the conditions you are supposed to check? In firm means so many partners are there. Especially previously, body corporate point of view, the LLP was included. Now, as per the new act, LLP is also eligible to act as an auditor, but the condition is only chartered accountant need to sign on that particular assignment. Then only LLP can act as an auditor. But farm point of view, one more condition you need to check with the normal audit forms point of view. Majority of the partners should be act as chartered accountant and having certificate of practice in India. Where this is defined in section 141 subsection 1 subsection 2. This is about qualifications point of view. Majority of the partners practicing in India and they're all chartered accountants. Then only firm can act as a auditor. Next, sir, disqualifications, where it was mentioned in section 141 subsection 3. What are the disqualifications? First, body corporate except LLP. Now only I told LLP was not included under body corporate. Sir, why it was disqualified? Based on the concept of limited liability. Body corporate having a limited liability only. But as an auditor, you have unlimited liability. That's the reason body corporate should disqualify. Second one, if you are acting as an officer or employee of the company, then which is coming into the picture? Restriction towards the independence. Wherever there is a restriction on the independency, two things you can do. First thing, you try to eliminate the threats to independence. If not possible, don't accept the audit. That's the reason before appointing the audit only, you need to check with regarding the conditions for independence. Is there any threat to independence here? You have two options. One, try to reduce the threat for independency or don't accept the audit. That's the reason. If you are acting as an officer or employee of the company, automatically independency point of view restrictions coming into the picture. ICA said why to take risk, better to don't accept that kind of audit works. Next one, partner. You are a partner or employee of an officer or employee of the company. Who your partner? Sir, if you are an employee of the company, you are disqualified. If your partner is acting as an officer or employee of that company also, you are disqualified. Why? Indirect influence. There is a chance of indirect influence. Once again, there is a restriction towards independency only. Not only here, anywhere there is a restriction on the part of independency, don't accept the audit. Or directly we ourselves only disqualify you as per section 141 subsection 3. These are the general point. Next, financial connection with. If you are having your relative, your partner, having any security in cash means not money, company, associate company, subsidiary company, holding company, so a subsidiary of holding company also. So if you are having any security in cash, if the amount is more than 1 lakh, then automatically you are disqualified to act as an auditor. But relative point of view, we given a small exception for that. What is that means? If you are relative, the concerned security, if the face value of the concerned amount is less than 1 lakh, then disqualification is not coming into the picture. Next, if you are indebtedness to the company more than 5 lakhs rupees, then automatically disqualification will be attracted. Not only me, my relative, my partner also having indebtedness to the company more than 5 lakhs, then automatically disqualification coming into picture. Next, sir, given guarantee. Who? Me, my relative, my partner provided any guarantee to the in the company, then automatically I come under disqualification point of view. When if the amount is more than 1 lakh. In all the cases, cash is coming into the picture. Company, associate company, subsidiary company, holding company, subsidiary of holding company. These are all situations, disqualification will coming into picture. This is regarding financial connection point of view. Next, business relationship. So, is here business relationship means only having a financial nature of things. These are not should be considered as a business relationship. Which one? If you are entering into any concerned party in the ordinary course of business, like arm length transactions, then that should not be counted as a business relationship. Second, if you are providing any professional services that is allowed by the act, that should not be considered as a business relationship. At the same time, suppose if I'm using the hospitality of the services provided by Kingfisher Airlines, then I'm not acting as an auditor means not correct. Just if I traveled in Kingfisher Airlines means I'm not supposed to act as an auditor for Kingfisher Airlines means not corrected. Because that is the ordinary course of business. We don't have any business relationship. I can't control them. They can't control me in the course of that particular things. That should not be considered as a business relationship. Other than these things, if you are having any business connection directly or indirectly to the company, then automatically you are disqualified as per section 141 subsection 3. Next one, relative. If your relative is a director or key managerial person, your relative is employee only, we are disqualified means automatically. Then he is a director or key managerial person means automatically he can influence you more than anything else. Suppose remember, if your ex-wife is there in the organization working as a director, because relative point of view ex-wife was not there, then disqualification will be attracted or not. Complicated point. Lover, no disqualification. Sir, as per the Companies Act, you may not be disqualified. But ICA said that if there is a chance of threat to independency, they can create threat to independence. Maybe your ex-wife, you enter into the organization once again, generated. There is a possibility of attracted the concern things. Yeah. Once a heart some point of time connected, means there is a chance one more time connected. So lover, nowhere definition in the lover in the relative definition. Wherever you see as per the Income Tax Act or anything else. That's the reason stepchildren there, step brother is there, but stepwife was not included. Correct? But still there is a chance of influencing the independency. Wherever there is a chance to threat to the independency, then automatically disqualification coming into picture. Next, if you are in full-time employment, of course, directly you are disqualified. Why? If you are in full-time employment, you don't have a full-time certificate of practice. Now, by your time, you will get part-time COPs also. Then once you qualified as a CMA, later on you have a great future. Why means for us, there is no concept of part-time employment and part-time COP. That concept was not there. But for you, you will get for sure. Even if you are working as a somewhere 3 to 4 hours practice you can do. Remaining time you can go for employment also. Then that is also possible. I am doing that right now. Of course, reverse. Major in teaching, part in practicing point of view. But my practicing income was double than my teaching income. Even though I'm acting as a very less amount, still I am under taxation only. Okay, having less, na poor guy. Next, while you are counting the particular things, accepting the audit point of view, ceiling limit you are supposed to check with. So ceiling limit means any individual can act as an auditor for 20 public companies. While you are counting the ceiling limit point of view, one person company, small company, dormant company, and private companies paid up share capital is less than 100 crores excluded. Got it? So this is you are supposed to check it. Now you got one company. So now the suppose example, I am acting as an auditor for some X company. They are giving me some Y remuneration. So now whichever the company I got an opportunity, they said Y plus income they can give. I can't resign one company and I can accept the another company. That point was eligible in directorship point of view, but not auditor point of view. A directorship point of view, you have now I am having directorship, so I'm X company. Now I got good company point of view, directorship acceptance can I do? But this one I will quit immediately. I will accept that. But auditing point of view, that was not possible. At the time of you got offer, you already having a ceiling limit of 20. Yes, sir. Then automatically disqualification will coming into picture. Okay. Next, Nana. So if you are involving in any fraud, if it is announced in the court from that day to 10 years, there is a ban on you. You are not eligible to act as an auditor for not only that company, any company, you are not supposed to act as an auditor. If it is by court, if it is by NCLT or tribunal, only 5 years. If it is by the court judgment, then only 10 years concept is will be there. Ma. If it is by tribunal, only 5 years point of view there. And if you are providing prohibited services as per section 144, bad mafia, banking, actuarial services, decision making, management services, consultancy services, if you are doing there, automatically you are disqualified to act as an auditor for that company. So remember, section 141 subsection 3 applicable not only at the time of appointment only, even after the appointment also. If he or she attracted any of the disqualification mentioned above as per section 141 subsection 3, immediately you need to vacate that particular office. This is only we are calling it as casual vacancy. One more time, even after the appointment also attracted any of the disqualifications, then automatically you need to vacate that particular office. That particular situation we are calling it as casual vacancy. Here one more point you need to remember. Tenure. One individual can act as an auditor for how many years? You need to ask me first auditor or subsequent auditor first. If it is for first auditor, whether it is a government company or non-government company, from the first AGM conclusion, you can continue. Subsequent auditors for government company point of view, there is no concept of term. Every year should be acceptance should be there. But when it comes to non-government companies, only one individual can act as for 5 years. And firm should act as an auditor for 2 consecutive 5 years. Don't say 10 years, 2 consecutive 5 years. There is no rule that compulsory the firm should be act as an auditor for 2 consecutive 5 years. After one term also they can remove, they can go with another one. The concept why the board was ICA was introduced to this concept means if you have a long association with the client, there is a chance of restriction on the part of independency. That's the reason we want to break your relationship for a period of 5 years. That concept only we are calling it as cooling period or locking period. So 5 years, you are not supposed to act as an auditor. Only for that company, in other companies, you can act as an auditor happily. But here you need to check with one, common partner. Second, common network should not be there. Suppose I'm acting as an auditor for X firm. Now that for X firm cooling period attracted. Now I am acting as a partner in Y firm also. So wherever I am there as a partner, for all the concerned firms, cooling period will be attracted in the name of common partner. So now someone acting as more, they feel they are so clever. That's the reason I resigned in X firm. I joined in Y firm. Then also cooling period will be attracted. But yeah, for you, cooling period attracted. Once your term done, wherever you join, for that firm also cooling period will be attracted. This is in the name of common partner. Second one, common network. Suppose Teja Associates is there. Now we did audit for some lucky company. Now that lucky company went for Bangalore. Now audit was done by Tejas Associate in Hyderabad branch. Now they went approached for Bangalore branch. Now Teja Associates can do audit means no. In the name of common network. Even though wherever branches are there, it is under the control of Teja only. So then if the cooling period attracted for not Teja, Teja entire firm, wherever my brand was there, all the concerned brand name point of view, this cooling period will be attracted in the name of common network. Remember these points. So I think so you know about the meaning of government company. Yeah. 51% of shareholding by the central government or state government, partly by central or state, or partly by central or one or more state governments. Appointment of first auditor. 3 times asked this concept for 7 marks. Write a short notes on our first auditor appointment itself. Company other than a government company. That is defined in section 139 subsection 6 of the Act. Who is appointing the first auditor? By board of directors. Within how many days? 30 days of company registration. In case if board of directors fails, to whom we are giving the power? But first the board of directors should inform to the members. Then members, by conducting an extraordinary general meeting, within the next 90 days, they will appoint the first auditor. Sir, if members also fail, the provision is silent. That means the power is vested with the members. What is the term if you see there? Until the conclusion of first AG. Later on, they will decide with whom they want to continue. In case if it is a government company, what is the section number? Section 139, subsection 7. Try to remember the section numbers also, because this is the only area we will write section numbers in auditing. Remaining nowhere we are linking with section numbers. So company are maximum 2-3 questions. There only you will refer section number. Sir, I didn't remember the section number. Please don't write. If you write the wrong section number, 2 things. One, you don't know this section and you don't know that section also. Combiningly, you failed in both the aspects. That's the reason don't take that much risk. If you are good at section number, try to write, but don't write as per the Companies Act 2013, as per the Income Tax Act 1961. Don't come with that much good ideas, sir. If you know exactly section number, quote it, because if you quote section, half mark extra will be added. That 2 or 3 half marks, 39 to 40, 59 to 60 can change your fate. Yeah. So who is appointing government companies point of auditor? Wherever government company is coming into the picture, the first word you try to remember, controller and audit general. Within how many days, sir? 60 days of registration of company. Sorry, sir. Yeah, sure. So within 60 days of registration of company, in case C&AG fails, within, see the wordings carefully, next 30 days. Suppose the same question MCQ that it was asked. If C&AG fails to appoint the first auditor of a government company, within how many days board of directors will appoint? First option, 30 days. We don't see the remaining thing, 30 days. That's it. But next 30 days, important. The next later on option, they will give you next 30 days. In case board of directors also fail, they need to inform to the members by that day too, within the next 60 days, by conducting extraordinary general meeting, they will appoint the auditor. What is the holding period? Tenure, the next AGM only. Whether it is a normal company, whether it is a government company, the holding period is only to the extent of first AGM only. This is about first auditor's appointment. Next, appointment of subsequent auditors. First, other than government company, where they define section 139, subsection 1, it is indicated. Who is appointed? Company. Where at AGM? What is the term? See? Conclusion of? That means what is the term? 5 years. Whether it is a firm or whether it is an individual, first will appoint you 5 years. If it is a farm, if we are happy with you, we maybe try to continue for next 5 years point of view. Or otherwise, we maybe remove you, we maybe go with another party. So once it was done, whether it you are an individual, whether it you are a farm, how much cooling period will be attracted? 5 years. MCQ is important. Next, sir. Prior appointment, I need to get written consent from whom? Auditor. Regarding what? Certificate of the compliances with section 149. What? I am not attracted for any of the disqualifications. I am qualified to act as an auditor. I am within the ceiling limit. This should be communicated by auditor to the company in the written consent. Then only your appointment is valid, or otherwise should not be considered. That is only we mentioned. So first auditor, sorry, here auditor appointment. That's the reason first form ADT1. Who need to give? Company. To whom? ROC. Regarding what? Auditor appointment. First time na, first form na, remember ADT1, ADT1 itself. Sir, days how to remember? I always communicate to my student. Try to remember other than 30 days, where you are using. Then remaining all situation, write down 30 days. Very rare cases other than 30 days we will use. So that's the reason try to use where you are using other than 30 days. The remaining all situation just throw 30 days itself. Okay. So in case if it is a government company, once again, who is coming into the picture? C&AG of India. When they need to appoint the auditor within 180 days from the commencement of the financial year. Okay. What is the term? So government company point of view, there is no provision for 5 years term or 2 consecutive 5 years term was not there. Okay, ma. This is about auditor appointment regarding first auditor and subsequent auditors point of view. Once go through with these points, ma, once. No. Then we'll discuss about casual vacancy and all these points. Once go through with casual vacancy, already I told you. Even after the appointment also, if you are attracted any of the disqualifications we mentioned in section 141 subsection 3, then automatically you need to vacate that office. You may be call it as casual vacancy. Not only this, several reasons are there for happening of casual vacancy: death, resignation, yeah, and attracted any of the disqualification. Except resignation, remaining all situation casual vacancy will filled by board of directors only. Resignation. Whenever resignation was there, your appointment should be approved by the company at general meeting. See, sir, how much time the company is taking, even though board recommended 3 months, company is taking. Why? Auditor resignation is not that much easy, because auditor is resigning is not a routine thing. So the previously, the old act point of view, the resignation will be filled by the members only. But now, board of directors only need to mingle with the auditor whenever the work is going on. They only need to associate it with so many aspects. That's the reason. Even though board of directors only will fill resignation point of view also vacancy, still they need to get approval from the members. For that reason, members are taking 3 months time to do the particular process, because they will once consult the auditor. Why you resign? They try to find out the reasons. Is there anything can be avoided by the company? They try to sort out all these things. Still, you stick with the same decision. You want to discontinue. Then you can go for it. But how much time the company is taking, Seema? The resignation must be approved by the company at general meeting within 3 months of the board of directors recommendation. That means as a board we decided, we communicated you, but still company is taking 3 months time to approve the someone else. That is what the point. If it is other than resignation, remaining situations, who will fill that? Other than government company, board of directors will fill. Within how many days? 30 days. That's the reason I said other than 30 days, try to remember. Then You can write remaining situation 30 days. If it is a government company, obviously, who is coming into the picture? Controller and Audit General of India. Within how many days? 30 days. In case C and AG fails, Board of Directors. Within the next 30 days, they will fill that particular casual vacancy. In casual vacancy, if you appoint the auditor until the conclusion of next AGM only, you will be there. 5 years to 2 consecutive 5 years term should not be there. Once the next AGM, if you are happy with the auditor to whom you fill that vacancy, then you may be take him 5 years or 2 consecutive 5 years or depending upon the circumstances. This is about casual vacancy. And which situation? This question also asked repeatedly in the examination. Reappointment of retiring auditor, but see the question carefully. What they are asking. Which situation retiring auditor will not be reappointed? They are asking. Or which situation retiring auditor will be reappointed? They are asking. Read the question carefully. Which situation he will be reappointed means he is not disqualified for reappointment. If the question is asked in a negative manner, if he is disqualified to be reappointed, not what should be eliminated. If negative, this negative should be eliminated. Next, he has not given his unwillingness to continue in the concerned company. He didn't give any written notice to the company. Then retiring auditor will be reappointed. Our company didn't pass any special resolution not to appoint this fellow or appointing someone in his place. Company didn't pass any that special resolution. That situation only retiring auditor will be reappointed. So read the question carefully. What they are asking. Which situation retiring auditor will be reappointed? They are asking. Which situation retiring auditor will not be reappointed? They are asking. Please concentrate on the question. The same question they are asking. Which situation retiring auditor will not be reappointed means he is attracted disqualifications. He is given his unwillingness to continue as an auditor. Company already passed a special resolution that someone will be reappointed or this fellow should not be reappointed. So read the question carefully, right? And so many times students are confusing and writing for this, that one, and further this one they are writing. Be conscious while we are reading that particular content. If no auditor is appointed at AGM, the existing auditor will continue to be the auditor of the company. But tenure done means this point should not be attracted. 5 years term done, then automatically you need to vacate that particular officer. Company didn't appoint another auditor. That means you can continue as the existing auditor, not. That provision should not be attracted there. Every 5 years term, first AGM, second AGM, third AGM, fourth AGM. In between these AGMs, they didn't appointed any other auditor means the meaning you are continuing. That is what they are meaning. Got it? Resignation. This is also a very important concept, especially MCQ wise. Form number 83 coming into the picture. Appointment point of view, we used the word ADT1. Resignation point of view, now auditor, I need to submit to the ROC in form number ADT3. Why I am resigning? What is the reason for my resignation? These are all things I am supposed to submit to the registrar. CMA. Auditor, in case if it is a government company, he will submit it to the C&AG also. In case if it is other than company, file a statement in form number ADT3 to whom? Company and ROC within how many days? 30 days of the resignation. In which form number? ADT3. What he is supposed to submit in that form? Reasons and other relevant details why I want to do. What is the purpose? Sometimes I don't have any issues. I want to quit my COP. I want to go for job. That other reasons also. Our company is not cooperative. They are not providing information. They are creating loss, limitation on the scope of audit. They are creating. With this atmosphere, I can't continue my audit work. That is the reason I am quit from my services. You need to give the reason compulsory. Okay. In case if you fail as an auditor, you didn't given the notice to the company or ROC within the 30 days of resignation. then you will be penalized. What are that? Minimum 50,000 or audit remuneration, whichever is lower. That is your penalty. Or still after 30 days also still you are continues to failure, then per day 500 and a maximum of 2 lakhs I will charge you as a penalty. Per day 500, still the failure is continue 31st day onwards. That's the reason I clearly mentioned 31st day onwards. In case still it is continuing, per day 500 rupees, like that I can charge maximum of like that 2 lakhs rupees. When if as an auditor I failed to comply form number ADT3, in form number ADT3 point of view to the company or ROC for the resignation point of view reasons. Got it, ma? Next, rotation. Which situation rotation of auditor is complete? Rotation means what? Term we mentioned, one individual 5 years, form 2 consecutive 5 years. Then later on, you need to apply the cooling period or locking period. Which class of companies? You don't want to check with first one is listed. For all rules in India, what you have, everything will applicable to listed country. Second, sir, unlisted public company, private company's point of view, one condition is common. What is that? Public borrowings from financial institutions, banks, or from public deposit. If it is 50 crores or more, if that condition is applied, whether you are a public company, whether you are a private company, automatically rotation concept will be applicable, even though you fail to comply with the paid up share capital condition. Paid up share capital, public company, what we mentioned, 10 crores or more. Private company, what we mentioned, 50 crores or more. If that condition failed also, if you complied with the borrowings condition, whether you are a public limited company, whether you are a private limited company, automatically, which is coming into the picture, rotation of auditor is compulsory. Yeah. This is the common partner. Already I told you. If as a partner retires and join the other firm, the firm also cannot be appointed for a period of 5 years. That and common partner also. Your farmer A is a partner in AB, CA, and DA. These are all firms you are a partner. If cooling period is attracted for AB means automatically for remaining firms also it should be attracted in the name of what? Common partner. Yeah. These are the points. Once check with me this, then we'll go for remuneration. Next part. Audit remuneration. Without this, we will work. Now only we discussed so much time about this particular point. Sir, what is meant by remuneration? You are doing so many services to the client. So they need to give something, the performances, what we did in the monetary terms. So the technically what we can call it as remuneration means whatever the amount of expenses incurred by the company are reimbursed to the auditor for the sake of providing audit services. That is what the meaning of remuneration. And remuneration includes all amenity facilities or allowances, reimbursement you are giving to the auditor. Okay. And there is no rule that in the appointment meeting only remuneration should be fixed. By performing other alternatives or by conducting some another meetings also, you can go with remuneration. If no remuneration was fixed means whatever the previous remuneration was there, you need to continue with the same remuneration. Sir, I didn't like that remuneration. Quit. Who is forcing you? I didn't force you, no. So if you are okay with that remuneration aspect, continue. Or otherwise, better to quit. This is what you are supposed to do. That is only we mentioned under remuneration. Remember, who is fixing the remuneration? Appointing other. At the end, company only need to pay. Whoever fixing who is appointing you, they will only fix the remuneration, but who will only pay at the end of the day? Company only should pay the consultants. Next, sir. Can I remove the auditor? Absolutely. But there are certain conditions should be there. So before expiry of his term, if you want to remove the auditor removal is not a small process. That's the reason you need to make an application to central government first. If central government is happy, why you want to remove, you given the clarification and the reasons for that, they are happy and satisfied with the concerned things, then within 30 days of board resolution passed by the company, they make an application with form number what? ADT2, ADT1 appointment, company to ROC, ADT3 auditor to ROC regarding resignation, ADT2 before expiry if they want to remove you. Company should make an application to central government by passing a board resolution in form number ADT2. So if the concerned thing approved by the central government within the next 60 days by passing a special resolution for removal of auditor. Why special resolution? Every day you will remove the auditor. No. I didn't like your shirt. You removed. I didn't like your tone. You removed. So there should be some kind of version should be there. Some kind of proper reason should be there. That's the reason we will go with some special resolution only if you want to remove the auditor before expiry of the term. At the end, we are giving being an opportunity. After removal, if you give me opportunity or not, what you will do, sir? Here, what you can't do means you can't promote yourself. You can't negative the company. What I will do? Pravachna, sir. It's highly impossible. So they are giving you opportunity, but you may not utilize that particular opportunity proper. This is one version. Second version, central government or any other prescribed party or tribunal by filing an application. One situation, tribunal by suo motu, by their own also they may be fixed, they file an application. In case the application made by central government to tribunal, listen the point carefully. Who is filing the application? Central government. To whom? Tribunal. If tribunal satisfied, within 15 days, they will communicate, remove that failure. This is the only case the power should delegate it to central government to appoint that. No other situation you don't see auditor appointment regarding. So central government point of view, we don't give that particular power. Got it? See that point should be highlighted. Removal of auditor by tribunal, section 140, subsection 5. Who is parties can make an application, tribunal by their own, second concerned person, third by central government. If central government means see to whom they are filing application, tribunal. So then tribunal is satisfied. They can remove the auditor within how many days? 15 days. Then to whom they are giving power to appoint the auditor? Central government. 15 days. Then the auditor against whom the final order is passed by the tribunal cannot be appointed as an auditor for any company for 5 years from the date of order. So already I said court 10 years, tribunal 5 years. Don't confuse in MCQs wise. So NCLT or tribunal point of view, that should go with 5 years on. When it comes to court order, then that should be 10 years if you involve in any fraudulent activity. Okay, ma. Before entering into the rights and duties, now, what is the procedure for appointment of auditor? First thing, if audit committee was not there, board of directors will give recommendations to members, either individual or firm name to the company or members. With their approval, they will do the appointment. This is regularly will do. Suppose if the company audit committee has, then the recommendation will give by whom? Audit committee itself. Appointment includes reappointment also. Audit committee will give recommendation either individual or firm name to the board of directors. Then board of directors with the consult of members, they will appoint the auditor. This is regularly will do. We are all humans now. Queries common. Sometimes whatever the recommendations given by the audit committee is not accepted by the board of directors. They will do two things. First, reconsider your decision. We are not happy with this individual or firm. That's the reason we don't want to go with this individual. So reconsider your decision. If here two possibilities, audit committee can reconsider, audit committee cannot reconsider their decision. If they don't reconsider the decision, board of directors themselves, they will give own recommendations to the company, they will appoint the auditor. But board of directors should give the audit committee the reasons for not accepting their recommendation. Compulsory, they need to inform to the audit committee. This is the procedure normally we will do if you want to appoint an auditor. Okay, ma'am. Now see what are the rights of and duties of company auditor. First rights, you can inspect books of accounts, OCHAs, wherever you want information, explanation you can get from the parties. You can inspect the branches even though you are not the branch auditor or some another branch auditor is already there. And you can receive bar. Bar means branch audit reports. Branch audit report from the branch auditor. You have absolute right to receive. Man, you know, branch auditor, he submit his report to the company auditor. In company auditor, you will discuss section 143 subsection 3 point of view, which of the matters to be included in the audit report. There we will communicate. Branch auditor's report also should be included in the company auditor's report. That's the reason branch auditor, to whom he will submit the branch audit report, company auditor itself. Next, he can read at the audit report at general meeting. That is the only option you have. Or otherwise, you can have snacks and tea and leave the meeting. If somewhere they are misleading your audit report, they are reading in the wrong manner, that is the only time you can speak in the meeting. Remaining all the situation, just enjoy what is happening within the meeting. That's it. Free snacks. So costly tea, 2-3 times. How many time they can spend on the meeting? You don't have any kind of things to participate in any meeting, even by show of hands. You cannot vote also. Just sit and enjoy what is happening. If you want to see something else in the meeting. Next, sir, sign the audit report. Finally, you need to autograph, no, important or not, and other documents which is required for that. And you have absolute right to receive all the notices. Now you have the duty to attend the meetings. Right to receive the notices. If once you receive the notice, it will become converted as duty to attend the meeting. Sometimes board of directors said, enjoy this meeting you don't require. They give an exception to you, except that all the meetings you are supposed to attend. Board of directors decided, oh yeah, the matter what we are discussing not belongs to you. Let's relax. Don't attend this general meeting. If they give that permission, you can go. Sir, proxy can do here. On behalf of me, someone can attend the meeting. Absolutely can attend. But the other party is also eligible to act as an auditor. Why? Who will come and that kind of meeting? That's the reason you can't see proxy word anywhere in audit's point of view. But on behalf of me, suppose I am in foreign tour, so not possible for me to attend the meeting. Then I communicated to my friend, directors are so good and attend the meeting. Then he will attend the meeting and he will check the consent. But he don't speak anything, even audit report also. Just he can attend the meeting in the name of proxy because he is eligible to act as an auditor. That's the reason you are allowed him as a proxy. That's it. But you never see in the books that point. Next, Nana. Attend audit committee meetings and right to indemnify. That means if someone filed a case against me, I didn't perform my duties properly. Now I am attending the court and all these things, I am making so many expenses. In case if I win the case, whatever the expenses I incurred, everything I will get reimbursed from you. When if I win the case. Next step, duty to inquiry. Here you have duties point of view. 6 matters you are supposed to inquire. What are the 6 matters? What are the loans and advances the company have? They properly disclosed. Yes, sir. And everything reflecting the book entries. Yes, sir. Any shares or debentures and securities has been sold. Sold. How much amount should be received? Everything received. Yes, sir. No problem. Any loans are showing as a deposit, sir. You are not supposed to show. This is the point. Sir, these are all 6 matters I am inquiring. I am not saying that you committed the mistake in these 6 matters. As an auditor, as per section 143, subsection 1, I have the duty to inquiry on all these 6 matters. That's the reason I am inquiring. If anything adverse, then that should be included in my section 143, subsection 3 reporting point of view. Any of the personal expenses charged to revenue, sir, any of the shares allotment for cash? Yes, sir. Full amount received? No, sir. How much amount pending that should has been properly disclosed in the balance sheet or not? Yes, sir. Okay, not. Then that matter should be included in the audit report. But before including any matter in the audit report, First discuss with the people. Straight away, don't include every matter in the audit report. Ask them, inquiry them, listen their explanation. Still you are not satisfied, then include that part in the audit report itself. Next, sir, duty to report to the members. It is your duty. Correct? But the report should be circulated to every member is not mandatory. I will give it to the company. Company need to share circulated to the members. Got it? It is not my duty. I will just submit the report to the company. It is the duty of the company to share it to all the members. Who is supposed to receive that particular report? Who the hell I am to share my audit report to everybody? Is it my wedding invitation? Why come on, take it on that basis to share everything? No, that's the reason. Next month, duty to include specific matters in the audit report, section 143, subsection 3. Sometimes they are not asking you question directly, they are referring section number and they are asking you. Write a short notes on section 143, subsection 3. That's the reason only I said remember few section numbers. 143 you will remember very easily. 143, subsection 3, once again. Duty to report include certain matters in the audit report. What are that? What are the information, the explanations you received? What are the books of accounts maintained by the concerned company? Bar, already I told you. So board branch auditors report should be included there. And what is the agreements with the, whether whatever the financial statements they prepared, everything is in agreement with the books of accounts or not. And while they are preparing, the preparation of financial statements are as per AFRF, there I will check with accounting standards complied or not. What are the observations during the course of my audit? What comments I made? And during my course of audit, any of the director disqualified, compulsory this point should be included. At the course of audit, what is the internal financial control system there operating effectively or not should be reported by the auditor. This is as per section 143, subsection 3. In addition to that, for your comments, what are the qualifications, reservation? Any other matter you want to include in your audit report, you can include. You want to write, it's a big list. But if you are writing 10 points, more than enough. Yeah, but section number, remember, quote compulsory this section number. Compulsory, sir. Whatever the opinion you will give, you need to give the reason. If sir expressed qualified opinion, why means I didn't feel unqualified. That's the reason I expressed qualified, accepted. No, you need to give the reason. Sir, so and so matters, I am satisfied. Some reservations are there. On that matter, I am unable to convincing myself. That's the reason I don't want to issue a clean report. I maybe go with qualified opinion. 99, not 99, 100% majority of the audit reports are qualified opinion or disclaimer of opinion. If I give clean report, later on someone file a case on me whether I am clean or not. Adverse report if I give, next time onwards I don't get audit. That's the reason always we will go with clean report, sorry, qualified opinion or disclaimer of opinion. These two opinions only you will see majority of the audit report. Once you join the articleship also you can check. Other than these two you never see any other opinion. If you want to give any opinion also your auditor don't say yes. 30 years industry. Now they leave what I am doing, they will try to convey. Next, sir. So duty to comply with the directions. If you are doing a government company audit, absolutely you need to follow Big Boss. For government companies, C&AG, no other option. And this is mandatory. You need to follow standards on audit. Sir, I am not saying that as an auditor, you need to follow every standard. You are talking about objectives, follow SA 200. You are talking about agreeing the terms of engagement, follow SA 210. If you are talking about documentation, follow 230. If you are talking about fraud, follow 240. If you are talking about joint audit, follow 299. Planning, 300 follow. Materiality, 320 follow. Identifying the risk, follow 315. If you want to talk about evidence, follow 500. Specific evidences, 501. Analytical procedures, 520. Sampling, 530. So you want to go with subsequent events, go with 540. Yeah, if you want to go with representation, follow 580. Using the work of Adara, follow 600. Internal auditor, 610. Expert, 620. Reporting, 700. Modifications, 705. Key audit matter, 701. So emphasizes are other matter paragraph, follow 706. Which is the point you are going for it? Follow that particular standard. This is duty. So it is mandatory on your part. Whenever you are giving reporting, you need to do standards on auditing. Next, sir, reporting of fraud. Here you need to talk about fraud means less than 1 crore or more than 1 crore. Less than 1 crore means the option is communicate to board of directors or audit committee. Regarding what? Within how many days? Of what? 2 days of fraud or identification of fraud. Knowledge of me. When I come to know that fraud, I need to inform to the audit committee or board of directors. I need to wait for their reply for 45 days. If they reply, okay, what I will include there? What is the nature of fraud? What is the amount of fraud? Who are the parties involved in that fraud? Should be communicated to audit committee or board of directors. So then I need to check with in the board of directors report. These matters should be included if the fraud amount point of view. Nature of the fraud, amount of the fraud, parties involved in the fraud, what are the remedial actions taken by the concerned board or company towards the fraud point. These matters should be included. In case if it is more than 1 crore, same within identification, inform to the audit committee or board of directors, wait for their reply for 45 days. If they respond, if they don't respond, both the cases, what I will do? Within 15 days, I will inform to the central government, by yeah, this is I informed to them. This is the response I received. Or I didn't respond anything. This matter I will communicate to the central government. In form number ADT4. Only if the fraud amount is more than 1 crore. ADT1 done, ADT2 done, ADT3 done, ADT4 done. This is about my rights and duties point of view as an auditor. Check with the points now. Then we'll go for punishments. So punishments for non-compliance with section 139, section 144, section 145. So one is appointments point of view. Second, prohibited services. 145 is regarding the meetings, attending the meetings point of view and all these things. If you have controversy, the concern things. Unintentionally, 25,000 minimum or 5 lakhs ORR 4 times of audit remuneration, whichever is lower or higher up. Lower only. When unintentional. If you perform the concern things intentionally, free accommodation for 1 year, minimum of 50,000 and a maximum of 25 lakhs or 8 times audit remuneration, whichever is lower. In addition to that, whatever the remuneration you received, everything should be reimbursed. In addition to that, company, whatever the damages they are expecting from you, everything should be paid by you. Sometimes you need to take personal loans also to pay these kind of things. Okay. In case if you attracted any of the criminal liabilities for material misstatement in the prospectus, that means something is wrong in the prospectus, you accepted, you agreed, or you make it as approved, then automatically this section number 34 will apply. But if the fraud amount is more than 1 crore, that means up to 1 crore you can do fraud only, they are encouraging simply. This section is applicable only when applicable only fraud involved an amount of at least lower of 10 lakhs or 1% of 10. If anything less than that, okay, only the meaning. So do, yeah. No, na? Okay. So then, ma, if you are involving into that, the impressment minimum 6 months, maximum 10 years. Then you may be forgot about all the provisions what you done. 10 years ban on you means. Fine, at least amount of fraud, that is a minimum. Maximum 3 times of fraud amount also they can charge. Okay. In case because of this, if public interest was affected, then at least impressment will be minimum 3 years, not 6 months, minimum 3 years, maximum 10 years it will be. Depending upon the court, they will decide which is to be, they will go for it. This is the points. Another most wanted hunting question from company audit committee section 177. Okay, if audit committee was not there, these are all things what we are discussing, everything will be taken care by board of directors only. Composition minimum, how many directors should be there? Minimum 3. Majority point of view, independent directors should be there. In that independent directors, chairperson is also one. And the chairperson should have the knowledge of read and understand the financial statement. Should not be this guy. At least by reading the concern thing, he is able to understand the part. And the following class of companies should come under compulsory need to apply section 177. 1. Are listed companies. In case if it is a public company, so annual turnover at least 10 crores or more, ORR. Any one condition also it's okay. In case if it is a paid up share capital, at least 10 crores or more. ORR, if the all public companies outstanding loans, borrowings or debentures or deposits exceeding 50 crores. These class of companies compulsory they need to format audit committee. What audit committee will do? If you are reading, you will understand each and every point. They can do appointments and reappointment recommendation. Previous only I convey that point. Reviewing the auditor's independency and performances because they want to check with the quality aspects point of view. Sir, before submitting the audit report to the board, that should be evaluated by the audit committee. That's the reason absolutely they have right to call for you and inquire you, discuss with you whether you are a statutory auditor or internal auditor also. Next, scrutinizing the financial statement, approving related party transactions. This is the greatest work can be performed by audit committee. If you want to enter any related party transaction, that should be approved by audit committee. This is section 177, major important function. Next, sir, examination of loans and investment, what the company is made, and assessing the assets valuation from time to time basis, evaluation of internal financial control system, what is controlling and operating and effectively happening or not, should be taken care by the audit committee, and monitoring of funds usage from public offers point of view, how you are spending, whether you are using for the purpose it was raised or any other purposes it has been misutilized or not, should be verified. Now what they said, monitoring, only monitoring, observation. They don't involving in any aspects, which is misutilization of things. But here NEFRA is playing an important role. Will come later for us. That is also repeated question. What is the power now? Comments from auditors, comments and reservations and explanations. No, sir. We are traditional family. We don't comment means not possible. You are supposed to comment on the matters as an auditor. Next, investigation power they have if needed means, and the board of directors report on audit committee, because before submission already I told you that should be verified by the audit committee only. Next, whistleblowing policy that should be implemented by audit committee only. That is a main purpose. So many entities are allowed to install and run a audit committee in there. And finally, safeguarding against victimization. See, sometimes even you can see if you give information, we will hide it, we will protect you, we don't disclose your name anywhere. This kind of things people will try to, because you are not be victimized. If something is happened, we don't want to disclose the consent part. This is also should be taken care by audit committee only. Okay. This is what Nana audit committee, if it is a 7 marks, more than enough. Because maximum they will give you 7 marks questions only. Branch audit. Section 143, subsection 8 point of view. Who can act as a branch auditor? Company auditor. Or any other person qualified to act as an auditor as per section 139 point of. If it is a foreign branch means, as per the foreign branch law point of view, who is allowed to do or perform that activity, the concerned law will decide that person will act as a branch auditor. If no branch auditor is appointed, company auditor himself can act as a branch auditor itself. Even in the branch is located outside India also. Even though branch is located outside India, another branch auditor is also there as a company auditor. If I want to verify the books of accounts, I can call, I can get the books to India to the registered office. There I can go and verify. That power as a company auditor I have. Even though the books are in foreign countries. Next, rights and duties, same, no change, but restricted to that particular branch only. Fraud aspects also applicable, section 143 subsection 12 also, but only restricted to that particular branch only. Yeah. And the next joint audit, another most important question, repeatedly they are asking. So when joint audit will coming into the picture, one entity appointed two or more auditors for the performance of audit, then you may be call it as a joint audit. The persons who are doing the concern audit, you may be call it as a joint audit. Here one point concentrate. While you are counting the ceiling limit, even though if you do part of the audit, that should be considered as a one audit. Now three joint auditors done now. So now this guy will do some part of the work only, but still ceiling limit count point of view, that should be counted as one ceiling limit. Same way, one guy is doing audit for 20 plus branches. All are belongs to one company. But all the branches consideration, only one limit we can count it as. So if you are doing more number of branches also, if they are belongs to the same company, all the branch consider as one limit term. Even though if you do part of the audit also, that should be considered as a one ceiling limit only. This point's little careful. Next, sir, how you will do division of work? By mutual discussion. So sometimes where they are expert, that particular basis we will try to allocate the work. Or sometimes income you will verify, expenses that guy will verify, asset that boy, and liabilities this one, or area basis, journal basis. We will try to divide the work among them. Which is the work not divided among them? All the joint auditors jointly and severally liable for that particular work. Where, which is the situation's point of view, where joint auditor is responsible? Each joint auditor is responsible for the work allocated to him only. In addition to that, some joint areas of responsibility is there. Undivided area of work. We need to decide which audit procedures to perform, which standard to comply, the nature, timing, and extent of audit procedures. I need to check with the financial reporting framework is there or not. These kind of situation, we can't divide the work among the joint auditors. Each joint auditor is jointly and severally responsible for that particular work. And while you are accepting the work of other joint auditors, don't check the other auditors' work because they are also qualified. They are also work with the due diligence only. So you don't want to check the competency of the other joint auditors' work. At the same time, if you want to, depending upon that is the point only I mentioned, each joint auditor can rely on other joint auditors' work performed by them without. Normally, if I'm accepting any person work, before accepting that particular work, I will review, then only I will accept that work. But here, it should not be like that. Immediately, you can accept that. At the same time, there is an agreement between the joint auditors starting of the joint audit. During the course of joint audit, if any other joint auditor find out any important areas of work, if it is belongs to some another joint auditor, they need to bring to notice of the other joint auditors. If there is an agreement between them starting of the joint audit, or otherwise you are not responsible. And there is generally one agreed joint audit report should be there. If there is a disagreement also, there is no concept of majority bound decision. If three joint auditors are there, two are okay with qualified opinion, one is having disclaimer of opinion. There is no concept that out of three, two are going for qualified opinion. That's the reason myself also I need to accept it and I need to give three combiningly one audit report. No need. You can go with your separate audit report, disclaimer of opinion. But the condition is in your audit report, you need to disclose what other auditors given report. So they given expressing qualified opinion. Give that particular information in the audit report. Yeah. And what are the advantages? Definitely sharing of expertise you can see. Workload should not be there. And you can do mutual consultations can be possible. Whenever so many people are involving, better quality of work can be done. Whenever you are seeing better quality of work, you can do best services to the client and you can finish your work on a timely basis. Advantages, okay, but disadvantages will be the complication, superiority complex, high cost, lack of coordination. Sharing of work is easy only, sir. Remuneration. You can't share between all the same equally. If it is equally means higher people who are experienced, they will hurt it. Then if I give lower remuneration to the new people, then they will feel that we are also capable to handle that particular work. Then issues will coming into the picture. Definitely small entities cannot bear it. Why? Costly, whenever you say immediately this point you can add. Costly means small entities cannot be suitable for this kind of things. This is about none joint audit. Yeah, once check with these points. Yeah, ma. Next, secretarial audit. Already I told you, section 148 refer in the channel. In detail was there. Notes also given for that. Compulsory go through with that part. Next, section 204. This section number asked several times under MCQ, secretarial audit. Okay. So applicability. The following companies are required to. So annexler, their secretarial audit report given by the who? Company secretary in practice, along with their board of directors report in form number MR3. ADT 123 in company audit point of view. CRA 1234 in cost audit point of view. MR3 will come under secretarial audit part. Which class of companies compulsory they need to go with secretarial audit? First one is common listed company. In case if it is a public company, you need to check with paid up share capital is 50 crores or more. Turnover is 250 crores or more. Along with their outstanding loans, borrowings from public deposits or banks or financial institution, if it is more than 100 crores, then automatically these class of companies compulsory they need to go with secretarial audit. What is the duty of the company? Provide all necessary assistance and facilities to the company secretary in practice. How normally company will give assistance to the company auditor? Same kind of assistant will give to the cost auditor. Same kind of assistant will give it to the secretarial auditor as well as. So company or officer or company secretary are having COP if they violate section 204. What is the penalty amount? 2 lakhs rupees. Everybody same limit. So bringing uniformity. Whoever commit the concerned activity violation point of view, equal penalty. What is the qualification? Definitely is the member of ICSI and holding certificate of practice in India. Who will appoint the company secretary? Definitely here also who will coming into the picture? Board of directors by passing a board resolution itself. And compulsory the company need to get letter of engagement from the company secretary. Because already I told you sometimes even though it is a statutory norms are there, they need to know whether you know or not, whether they know or not. To get the clarification compulsory, better to issue a letter of engagement. Next one. Every listed entity and its material unlisted subsidiary entities in India must undertake a secretarial audit and an auxiliary secretarial audit report who is in company secretary in practice within annual report. Annual report point of view, this is also should be compulsory included. Next, every listed entity must submit secretarial compliance audit report to whom? Stock exchange. Within how many days? 60 days from the end of the financial year. We never say this point with the company auditor point of view or cost auditor point of view. Only company secretary point of view. They are supposed to submit their audit report to SEBI within how many days? From end of the, remember the last wordings. Don't only remember 60 days. 60 days from the end of the next audit report to audit certificate to difference is repeatedly nowadays they are asking. Previously very less, but if you check with the latest last 3 or 4 attempts, they are giving priority to this particular question, audit report versus certificate. Simply sir, report always will give you opinion. Certificate always give you facts. What is stated is there only facts. I am giving opinion on what? Financial statement. But I am giving confirmation on the certain matter. I am not giving a certificate for everything. Only which is the point you appointed to give me certification on that matter only I am giving that particular part. Next, based on the assumptions and estimations, our opinion is depend, but certificate always facts and figures, actual figures basis only will do. Next, when compared to audit report, audit certificate has less scope. Definitely audit report has more scope. And next, may include constructive advices. We will try to give advices to the concerned members or the company, but certification point of view, only communication of facts, nothing else. We don't give any advices. We are not running any consultancy service here. Next, so opinion may only, it is only opinion report, does not guarantee. But you are giving certification means you given the guarantee also. That's the reason certificate is absolute assurance. So opinion is like a reasonable assurance. Next, after audit completion, submitted to whom? Appointing other. Here, whom? So you are issued as and when required by the concerned things. There is no concerned authority to submit it. Who is required for them, I will submit the things. But here only appointing authority, I will submit the concerned things. Which one? Reporting. Certification, as and when required, I will submit it. That's it. Next one. Since opinion it is, so liabilities arises. So auditor is response if certificate is wrong. Only certificate is wrong, I am responsible. But opinion point of view, liabilities are there. Even we discussed right now only penalties, section 34 when coming into the picture. Definitely auditor should be liability arises only if he is proved he didn't perform his duties in a professional manner. But certification, if it is wrong, then he is liable for the concerned things. Finally, there must be a prescribed format for the report. Certification point of view will never follow that particular format. Okay. What are the essential characteristics of a good audit report? It should be simple, clear, brevity, firmness should be there, and objectivity should be there. Disclosure, each and everything should be disclosed. Impartiality should be there, and only the information based only should be there. And finally, timeliness, time to time basis, we are able to submission and completion of things should be there. Okay, when if you have these things, then you can say that is an essential characteristics of a good audit report. These 9 points, 2 times asked for 7 marks. And the next contents. First, any audit report title should be there. What is the title? IR, Independent Auditor's Report should be there. And next, addressee to whom? The client, regarding public point of view, shareholders point of view, like that you try to address the concern things. Then you need to give your opinion. You are giving opinion, so and so client, so and so financial statement audited. This is the title of the financial statement. These are the audit procedures applicable. These are the explanatory notes. This period was covered during the course of audit and basis for opinion. Then you must and should express in your basis for opinion what are the audit conducted really as per standards on auditing or not, and references where were required, auditor responsibility section should be disclosed there. And while you are presenting the concern things point of view, audit is performed in independent manner and he performed the concern things in an ethical manner. And finally, audit evidence obtained is sufficient and appropriate. All this because framing of opinion is based on conclusions I reached only. If I want to draw the conclusion, these are all things I am supposed to obtain or not. Then, sir, going concern part, you are supposed to give report. Then key audit matters if you find out anything as per SA 701. And what is the management responsibilities? What is my responsibilities as an auditor? In addition to that, any legal provisions point of view, if you want to give a reporting separately, then that particular part should be covered under other reporting responsibilities point of view. Then autograph, then where you are living, date of the audit. These are all contents or elements of audit report. Okay. Next, auditor's opinion in audit report. Already we discussed this part. Clean report, unmodified. When we will go for modified reports, then what are the types of modified opinions when we are going for that. The next important point for us is emphasizes of matter paragraph and other matter paragraph. So what is this concept? Means emphasizes of matter paragraph means what is already stated in the financial statement. Once again, that matter I am referring in my audit report. Why? To create a users about better understanding about that particular item. Already there in the financial statement, yes sir. Why you want to include that matter once again in this particular emphasizes of matter paragraph point of view? I want to create a better understanding about that particular item to the users. That's the reason I am including. But I need to give clarity to the user. Sir, this is the reason not I modified my report. Second, this is the not a key audit matter. I need to give them clarity. This is not the reason. So I am giving you information. That is the reason I didn't modify it. On this point basis, I didn't given my modified my opinion. Second thing, this is not a key audit matter. I need to give clarification to that guy. And it is not should be a going concern concept. It is a going concern concept that should be represented under SA 570, not under 706 itself. This is when emphasizes of matter paragraph. Next one is what? Other matter paragraph. Sir, when it should be included, which is not stated there in the financial statement, but those kind of points I want to include in my audit report point of view. Why I want to include this point in my opinion, other matter paragraph point of view? Because I want to communicate what is the importance of audit, what auditor's findings made, how much important audit report is. To enhance the audit report, I am including this matter in my other matter paragraph. But once again, this is not the key audit matter and this should not be prohibited by law. And because of this, general public should not be panicked. Then that particular matter should be included under other matter paragraph point of view. This is what the reporting points know. Then report on IFSC part. Before starting with that, once check with audit report and certificate important and the types of opinions they are asking in MCQs and emphasizes matter paragraph and other matter paragraph short notes. They can ask you 3 marks point of view also. Once check with these points, if you're okay, we'll go with IFSC FR, then NEFRA, then CARO, will travel. Report on IFSC, internal financial controls point of view. What is the purpose of this? We wanted to promote risk management and whatever the structure and policies of the concerned entity was there, that should be framed and designed to prevent and detect material misstatements from time to time basis. We wanted to prevent some kind of frauds was not to be happen. That is the reason we wanted to maintain IFSC with us. What is the importance in? Reduce the burden of the auditor. Whenever IFSC is strong, I can go with sampling and test checking basis. Then automatically, as an auditor, I can feel comfort in related to that. At the end, it may be how much IFSC is strong. Still, we can provide you only reasonable assurances only. Got it? And what is the report? The audit report, already I told you, section 143 subsection 3 point of view also, we are supposed to submit about IFSC. Here also the auditor must state whether the company has a adequate internal financial control system is in place and whether the controls are operating effectively or not. And board of directors report also should contain and include what is the adequacy of IFSC, especially if their relevance on the financial statements point of. So in my audit report, it should be included. In the board of directors report also, it should be included regarding the IFSC part. And what is my responsibility as an auditor regarding internal financial controls over financial reporting point of view. Same points once again repeated. The auditor report should state whether the company has an adequate IFSC now and really they are operating effectively or not. This point from where coming into the picture, on or after 1st April 2015 onwards, auditor need to comment upon the effectiveness and efficiency of internal control system. Before it was not there. And later on, the auditor objective is what? Whatever the internal financial controls there, over financial reporting point of view, really there they are able to express their opinion regarding the effectiveness and efficiency of internal control system should be included. And later on, this IFSC point of view, see the last point, IFSC related to internal financial controls over financial reporting, which ensures the reliability of financial reporting and preparation of financial statements are as per GAAP. So whenever I am as an auditor here, what I am supposed to check it means really the financial statements are as per generally accepted accounting principles or not. At the same time, really the financial reportings will frame reliability of information when if the organization followed IFSC effectively and efficiently, then I believe on those two. Really they are as per a GAAP. Really the financial reporting is reliable. When only I can trust if IFSC is operating effectively and efficiently, continuity is there. What is auditor role here? Planning the audit properly, then testing the design and effectiveness and efficiency and operating of internal control system. Then I need to report on IFSC FR. Now, this point we are repeating third time. Section 143 subsection 3 we mentioned. Normal reporting point of view we mentioned. Now auditor role regarding IFSC point of view we are mentioning. Simply why we are checking IFSC these many times? Can I apply test checking or not? Is decided by the effectiveness of internal financial control, what they are maintained in the entity. That makes my burden will be reduced. That's the reason I want to, this is my part as an auditor, I need to do evaluation of internal control systems. Then only I need to decide myself, go with test checking or not. Next. So exemption for IFSC reporting. Obviously, one-person company, small company. Private company is also exempted when if the turnover is less than 50 crores and borrowings are less than 25 crores. Borrowings you need to check with at any time during the preceding financial year. One day if the condition is satisfied also you need to apply IFSC FR reporting part. Got it, ma? But if you check with the turnover part only, that is as on balance sheet date. You don't want to check with all the days in the preceding year. Only balance sheet date that limit was there or not, you are supposed to check it. That's it. This is also repeatedly asking IFSC versus FR. What is the auditor role in related to that? And finally, NEFRA. NEFRA, who is establishing this? Central government. Regarding what? Accounting and auditing standards responsibility, it was taking care. When it was framed, 1st October 2018. What is the section number? Section 132 of the Companies Act. Totally it consists of how many members? 15. Consists of how many members? 13. That is audit committee. 15. In that, who is also should be included? Chairperson. This NEFRA consists of 3 committees. Auditing committee, accounting standard committee, enforcement committee, 3 should be included under NEFRA point of view. And what are the functions? See, recommend the accounting and auditing policies and procedures. Once they recommended, really followed by the concerned entity or not, time to time basis they need to check with. Then they need to monitor the quality control of professional services, because that's the reason NEFRA is playing an important role in accounting and auditing, because both are belongs to very much connected with professional services. That's the reason. Next, protect the public interest and investors interest also, because so many people's point of view depending upon these professional services. Whenever you are bringing quality in the professional services, automatically public and investors interest should be protected. What is the role NEFRA in auditing? It recommends the standards. It monitor and enforcing of the auditing standard. It has the power to investigate. So at the time it will give advices to the central government. While giving advices point of view, they take inputs from ICA. Their recommendations also they will consider, and all these things keep in mind. At the end of the day, they will try to do really standards followed or not, quality controls maintaining or not. If not following, they can summon someone. Whether you are an auditor, point of view also, they have absolute right to summon you. to give you notices why you didn't follow. These are all things. If it is extended, they have the power to investigate the concerned matter. Especially Rule 3 non-compliance point of view, highly they will go for investigation proceedings, NEFRA. Where Rule 3 non-compliance. What is Rule 3? Not required to you. Only write down Rule 3 only. That's it. And they can do suo moto also on investigation point of only when if the report of fraud is more than 1 crore, then the NEFRA has ultimate power to go with investigation proceedings. How to remember this? The entire concept of recommendation should be remembered like a memory technique. R means recommendations, I means investigation, E means exercising authority, M means monitoring the things. This is what NEFRA will performing the things. This is the major areas they're focusing in the examination. But from your side, now you need to spend little time on CARO and try to check with the points. I will display. Summary part only. Standard number and name, one MCQ, Paka, you will see. Compulsory read and go. Standard name or number. The only possibility to generate 7 marks question from this area is applicability. Except that no other question is eligible for 7 marks. Maybe 2-3 concepts combiningly they can ask you. But exclusively 7 marks means only applicability. Once check with that now. Normally they are here also check with. They are asking about exemption about CARO, na? Or applicability of CARO they are asking. Please check with the question carefully. The following class of companies are exempted from CARO. Banking company, insurance company, Section 8 companies, one person company, private company point of view, if your paid up share capital is less than or equal to 1 crore, borrowings less than or equal to 1 crore, and revenue turnover wise less than or equal to 10 crores, then private company point of view also we are exempted. So whenever if you any one condition failed by the private company also, immediately CARO will be applicable. Sir, Section 8 companies, one person, everything is exempted. Section 8 companies, banking companies, insurance companies, why you give an exemption means? Simply the reason is, recorded or not at the door. So they have their own set of rules and regulations. Already have so many rules and regulations, why to add another? And one more important thing, foreign companies also should follow CARO. Foreign companies are not exempted from applicability of CARO point of view. So check with. Suppose if they are asking which situation CARO is applicable for a class of companies, CARO is will applicable means these class of companies other than that remaining all CARO will be applicable. You are supposed to write. Then private company point of view need to change the conditions. If paid up share capital is more than 1 crore, if consent borrowings is more than 1 crore, if the turnover is more than 10 crores, then the private company's point of view CARO will be applicable, and the private company is a subsidiary of public company, then also CARO will be applicable. So applicability part, check with that. Then only points you need to check with now. One is property, plant and equipment. Second one is inventories. And the next Nidhi companies. Next cash losses part, MCQs wise also they may be focus. Then public deposits. Once go through with these points once. Then once if you done means we'll open the past examination few papers and we'll check what we covered really they are asking in the examinations or not. Yeah. So whenever you are going for reporting, compulsory you need to give the reasons for which opinion you express. Which opinion you want to give, that's your choice only. But at the end of the day, compulsory you need to give the reasons. Suppose CARO point of view you are giving reporting. Let's see question number, sorry, point number 21. Qualifications or adverse remarks. Check for qualifications or adverse remarks in CARO report of companies in consolidated financial statements. Provide the details of companies in CARO report para number with qualifications or adverse remarks. In consolidated financial statements, CARO so and so paragraph about this particular matter given the remarks. You need to disclose that point. And see 22nd point. Reasons for unfavorable or qualified answer. State the basis for unfavorable or qualified answers in the audit report. Indicate the reasons for inability to express an opinion on specific matter. Compulsory you need to give the reasons. Your choice, your opinion, your choice. But why you expressed that opinion, you need to give the reasons for that. Or otherwise not acceptable, then you are violating the provisions only if you are not disclosing the proper reasons for why you expressed that particular opinion. Got it? This is the points. And at the same time, while you are going for exam, from study material, read this particular two things. Audit of financial statements. If you are doing P&L account items, how to do. If you are doing balance sheet items, how to do. If you don't know anything, by using these points, referring it and write down in the examination. Compulsory refer this point. At the same time, one more concept, cutoff procedures. So, especially year-ending transaction point of view, you need to be very conscious. Suppose 28th or 29th they made the purchases. On 3rd April they did the purchase return. That means it is looking like some fictitious transaction was created at the end of the accounting year. I need to ask the management clarification. Sir, why it was happened exactly at the end of the last year? Why you did this transaction? Why immediately this was happened? Then I need to just check with their explanation. If it is genuine, sir, yes, we made the purchases. The goods, what we expected, they didn't deliver. That's the reason we returned the goods. So immediately if they send goods, we may be considered these purchases as previous year transaction. Okay, acceptable reason given by them. That's the reason there must be a cutoff date. Some auditors will take 31st March, some auditors will take 5th April. Until that, whatever the transactions are happened, if the entity is not given a proper explanation, those transactions also should be considered as previous year transactions. This is the concept of cutoff procedures or cutoff examination. This will be expressed majorly for inventories, stock stores. These areas we will try to exercise our cutoff examination. And one more point, surprise check. So without intimating to the client, we are entering to the client office and premises, verify each and everything what they are performing. This is what the concept of surprise check theoretically. Practically, it is very difficult to go without intimating to the client and verify each and everything was highly not acceptable and highly not possible. Sir, the result of surprise check I should communicate to the management only if it is adverse. If everything is good, I don't want to disclose anything in related to that. One point. For this only extension, auditing in depth. Whatever the transactions I selected, on those transactions, I will do 100% examination. From the origin of the transaction to ending of the transaction. So example, let's take an example, purchases you want to verify. Then you need to get confirmation from stores department. Then they need to inform to the concerned production department really you require the material or not. Then they inform them. Now you are raising a requisition. You are selecting the concerned supplier. Then you placed the order. Then you received the order. Then what is the raised quantity, received quantity same or not? Then the quality inspection department, they performed their role or not. Once you received goods received not sended or not. Then the purchase requisition form and goods received form should be sent to the cost accounting department for the settlement of amount or not. This is all what you need to be verified. Based on that, you need to move the concern things. Yeah, this is what we will do in examination in depth or audit in depth point of view. Select a few transactions, do in depth examination. 100% examination was required. This is what required in related to that. Yeah, check with these points also. Very rare cases they are asking, but by mistake, if they generated also, you don't want to miss the things. And at the same time, who are doing both in company law, you have a share capital lesson. Go through with that dividends payment, borrowings, employee benefits, lease, purchases, sales, bills receivable, bills payable, contingent assets. And I think so. Past examination, you have one question. Income Tax Act point of view, certain things, how you will do examination, 44AB point of view. While I discussed it in the regular sessions also, I told go with that question. These are the important areas you are supposed to focus. Okay, ma? Do this for this only you don't get enough time actually. Yeah, once we'll go through with the past examination questions, no? Audit report reflects audit sampling, section 140, subsection 5, audit certificate, and I told you self-governance. This is a part they are asking repeatedly. And section 34 point of view, as per the cooperative societies, how much compulsory they need to transfer from 10%. Internal control system, secretarial audit, employee benefit expenses, NEFRA, and how you will do audit of municipalities and removal of company auditor. Yeah, this is the December paper now. June. NEFRA consists of which of the following committees? Test checking, permanent audit file, using the work of another auditor. Form numbers I told you, CRA 1, 2, 3, 4, and audit report. Previous one, audit certificate to now audit report contains. Which of the following is not accession with respect to revenue and expenditure? So I told you, audit of expenses of certain things, audit of financial statement, read those points. 5 or 6. If you read that, you come to know that answer. Secretarial audit section number, how much percentage has been transferred to that particular one, corporate societies, and dash refers to the conduct of single organization more than one auditors. That's the reason I said if you attend the session, you can answer all MCQs. Section 44AB of the Income Tax Act. Cost audit. Companies auditors report started to reduce fraud, acceptance of deposits. I said you, they can't ask a single question for 7 marks. They need to ask means 2, 3 combining basis only. They are supposed to go for it. NEFRA. Audit of education sectors. What are the rights of the auditor as per section 143 subsection? Yeah, this is not said by me. Na? What I said you can see. Trust me. Can't see more than this. SA 600 deals with How many years you are supposed to maintain your working papers? 7 years. Audit documentation standard number. I said one standard with number and name, one form number. IFSC, what are the benefits? If you see the points, what I shared with you, more than enough. Risk, I said inherent risk, control risk, deduction risk area, MCQ wise. Not a part of permanent audit file. CARO, which is not the content of audit report as per CARO. If you remember all the side headings, then you can write down the which is the MCQ. Reappointment of company auditor described in. That's the reason I said, I remember the section numbers. Why I said in the company audit means somewhere they can go with the section numbers only. Characteristics of internal check. Yeah. Regarding secretarial audit, audit report and audit certificate, NEFRA, and first auditor appointment, how you will do audit of cooperative societies. One more paper for your satisfaction. Risk basis, opinion basis, first auditor of government company. Audit committee should have how many members? Self-governance basis. This also repeatedly they are asking. Cooperative societies appointed by whom? Audit working papers. Audit committee section 177. How you will do audit of inventory. Next, IFSC versus IFSC FR. Next, analysis of pros and cons of joint audit, advantages and disadvantages, and how you will do audit of hotel. 4 papers. Anything you find new, including MCQs. Trust me. For this, I will give you reasonable assurance. Costing, I will give you absolute assurance. Said means you will see that question for sure. That's it. Our past highest was 95 in costing. For me, 93 in CMA, CA 91 I got. So my student break after 12 years of my teaching, 95 he reached. That's what. This is not by me. I said, and even you check with the past my concern videos also, super 50 questions. Stick with that, read those things, and check with the past examinations as well as more than enough. Yeah, you are in costing language only, I will tell you. You are in efficient labor hands. Whether you are a raw material or work in progress, I will convert you as a finished good, which will get the marketability for you. And don't be like a byproduct. You are eligible for, you have a substantial identity. Then don't be consider yourself as a joint byproduct. You will be the joint product yourself. You are under the processing. I am there to help you, like working like a service costing to you. You never be a overheads to your family, and definitely I will make you consider as a integrated accounting system you are feeling, but I maybe turn it as a non-integrated accounting system. For your reconciliation, I am there to help you. At the end of the day, you may be considering your performance like a standard, make it as a budget. I am there to help you like a marginal costing for your decision making point of view. Absolutely. Yeah. So always link up with the concern things, everything will be work out. The most easiest subject in CMA is cost. Auditing, you require technical terms, presentation skills, and everything. For that, just like that, it's a cup of tea. Costing. So, whatever the things you see and whatever the things I communicated to you, everything is my own preparation. I didn't approach any institute for that. I'm not encouraging you, don't take any coaching and then work yourself and perform yourself. Yeah, be like a, just don't be like a disclaimer of opinion. At least be like a qualified opinion. Yes, I know some material misstatements will be there while we are performing. Don't make it as a financial statement level, make them like an assessment level only. Then absolutely it may be like a, for you, you maybe feel yourself as a branch auditor, but I am there to help you as a company auditor. To wherever your reporting is underrated, I am there to include that report in my audit report point of view. So don't be panic. And sometimes your performances is reviewed like a CARO report, but at the end of the day, you are an auditor. You are giving reporting, not the certification. Check with the things. Follow the particular things what I said, order of priority. First priority is write down audit. Why? After your examination, once again, you will hear my voice while you are writing your examination also. Certain provisions, you will listen my voice. In addition to that, why Teja sir said first write audit, you come to know. Sir, how much you are effective with problematic. In the pressure, some kind of mistakes we will perform. It's not intentionally, by mistake, calculation error or something missing. These kind of things may be possible. That's the reason first finish MCQs. Take auditing MCQs. Take these MCQs. 30 scoring 20 is nothing. I showed you already also in auditing 14 out of 14 you can secure. Just 3 MCQs from your accounting. 1 cash flow problem. 2 company audit question you will pass. The remaining all are additions to you only. But if you commit any mistake while you are performing, I am not the liable party. Because I can make you to comfort in the exam, but I can't write the examination. That's the reason. Just stick with that particular things and come. And let me know. Trust me, once you attended the marathon of costing, whether it is here or in Inchino, you feel that who said costing is a difficult subject. Trust me. That too, which model question I will say you, that model only you will see in the examination. Trust me. Or otherwise I can't sustain for 17 years. That too bloody 114 batches. By seeing this question, how many times asked, which attempt asked also I can tell you. By if you can refer any book, by seeing this book, which other book also I will tell you. Till now, I referred just 48 books for costing till now. I think so. You didn't study even 1% of that also. But use the concerned services. Always expert in Bhagavad Gita point of view, I will tell you. You may be the Arjuna, but without Krishna, Arjuna nothing. Take the help of Krishna, perform well, and take the advantage of that. Or otherwise, when compared to Arjuna, Ekalavya is more efficient because of the Guru placed the change of the concerned atmosphere. So even though how you are good at subject, the delivery, the aspects, which things to start, which things to conclude, that is most important. Everybody will start, sir. Ending is important. Last kick mandaite. Kick annattu. Yeah, that's what we require. Even costing, I will tell you which question to start, which question if you start 7 out of 7 will get. Within 1.5 hours, how to get exemption in costing. I will tell you. But restricted to my plan. Just blindly trust me and apply it. If you don't get, ask me. Professional level, no one has the dare to communicate. You will pass. I'm talking about exemption, bloody. Costing, sorry, auditing while before starting, I told you. MCQs, you will get 7 out of 7. After marathon only, I showed you. And which of the points I covered, the past examination, same only. Some of my students ask, sir, you are in examination department. No? That's the reason only you are only continuously hitting those questions. Experience, one pulse, that is most important. But how much I delivered at the end, as a other auditor, I can help you. Report should be by your cell phone. You are the responsible party for your audit report. To whom you are taking the help. At the end, your son. Still, if you have any concerns, let me know. With that, will conclude the session.